been hearing a few things about Kevin Samuels. He is always popping up in something. He is always talking shit, and he likes to talk the most shit about black women. The irony about this is he loves to talk shit about black women, but he would not be where he is or have any notoriety or any type of clout, if you want to call it that. He hasn't went mainstream. I don't think the way he talks and what he talks about could take him mainstream, but for the bit of clout that he has on social media, on this social media platform, which this social media platform seems to allow these males to do this. And it's very interesting that a lot of content that attacks black women, drags black women, it's allowed to stay up on YouTube without any strikes against hate speech or anything being offensive for gender, and a white woman happens to be over this. That's not lost on me. But he is always talking about high value men as if he is a high value man. He had the nerve to at Will Smith about Will Smith being a high value man and painting Jada Pinkett Smith as a project woman, like she's a hood woman. He doesn't know anything about their relationship. He doesn't know Will Smith. He doesn't know any of the dynamics. He's just talking from what he's seen in the media and stories. It's not like he's close to them and he's had a sit down. And even with the women who come on his show that he sits down, which I'll never understand it, but oh well, do what you do. That's why you deserve what you get. But to sit there and talk to this zesty dude, he is only looking for a way to degrade women, talk down to women, talk about the mindsets of women, and act like he has the answers, because I really doubt that he would have time for YouTube if he was a high value man, and he just doesn't seem like a high value man. What this really seems to be is a trend of hyper aggression toward black women, with Kevin Samuels and other men as well. I believe that these men are either sexually frustrated, or in their life there is something that is connected with black women that affects them in their life. And I don't know if with Kevin Samuels specifically, if he has an issue, if he has mommy issues, if he has issues with women in his life that he feels wrong him, or if he wants to be a bad bitch and get with men that black women want to get with. So it's really convenient that this man has this channel. He has picked up where Tommy Sotomayor left off. He's not as abrasive as Tommy Sotomayor. He does it in a different way. He talks about how winter is coming and how black women really need to get a man, and saying that a lot of black women don't qualify for a high value man. This is just coming from his perspective, because there's all types of men out there. They like all types of things. So he really can't speak for the collective of high value men and whatever that may look like. Some people say at $100,000, some people say 250, whatever that looks like for you. But he can't speak for a lot of these men, and I believe there's a lot of non-black high value men who there's enough of them that, you know, Black women can go out there and seek. That's the real high value pool. If you are dating within your race as a Black woman, you're not going to find too many high value men that won't be rotating women in and out and not giving commitments and things like that. But there is an abundance of other men from different cultures and different backgrounds that could offer you that life, and you don't have to be a Victoria's Secret model to get that type of man. I do believe there's things that you have to work on yourself, your confidence, being the healthiest you, being in a good, healthy, happy space, having something that fulfills your life, and then being able to relax and rest in your femininity, which is something that we don't get as Black women because of the dynamic of our community. But it's just been interesting listening to and hearing some of the things that people have to say. People are running to Kevin Samuels as if this is their father. They are on his teat. Honestly, you know, he's suspect to me. He is extremely suspect to me. Some of the things that he has said and some of the, you know, men he has been hanging around. But it's just surprising to me that Black women are still calling in to his show, giving him content. You're giving him the bag because he needs you in order to keep this going. And I think it's a bunch of sorry males out here, and people try and act like this is not what's going on out there in the streets. Of course, people don't tell you about how they really feel out there, just like a colorist is not going to sit up here and come up to a dark-skinned Black woman and say, you know, you ugly dark-skinned B, I prefer this, but I'm going to get with you because I need to get off. I mean, that's not how it works. That's not how this is going to happen. A lot of these men feel that Kevin Samuels is their spirit animal, and he is speaking the words they can't say, and they just are in love with him. Some of them probably are actually in love with him, but yeah, I don't think he should be taken seriously because, to be honest, I mean, I've seen his type before, and his rhetoric is getting worse. He's talking about abusing women. He's talking about winter is coming. He is talking about Black women's features as a collective are not as attractive as other cultures of women. It's just it's really bad, and if you don't remove yourself with this, you could internalize it, and it could do you some harm mentally and emotionally. You don't just experience physical pain, which is, you know that, but sometimes you can not recognize emotional pain and mental pain and the energy and spirits that people are putting out there. And his is very toxic. It's not helpful. I can see through how he tries to sprinkle sugar on shit, and it's abusive. But I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think. Are you still watching Kevin Samuels? Do you think his advice is abusive or not? Comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.